Today, I'm going to be showing you what optimal edits actually are, why they matter more than just editing faster or learning flashy retakes, and I'll break down 5 real situations where using the right edit wins you fights. If you want to win 90% of your fights, stick around until the end of this video, and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about are the 3 main edits you're going to be using for optimal edits, and these are all on walls because once again, stairs, cones, and floors, you don't really have that many options to edit. So the first thing is once again a regular right hand peanut butter edit, which you can use left hand, it just depends on the situation. The next one is a simple window edit once again, and it can be both like center or on the side. And then the third is going to be just the edit over the top. A lot of people don't use this one as much as they should, and I think it's a really good edit. Now that we've got all the main optimal edits we're going to be using, I mean, sometimes you will be using this. We're going to go into some scenarios that you guys can apply these optimal edits into and show you how to actually use them and focus on your optimal edits instead of your speed and your building speed and all of the things like that, so you can actually win more fights. So a lot of situation that you guys get into is something called diagonal box fighting. Now right here, this is a great example of where you guys should be using optimal edits. And once again, there's ways that you can attack specific boxes without the opponent seeing you. For example, right here, you can edit this out, place walls right here, and you can take their wall without them seeing you at all whatsoever. The only way they'd be able to see you is if they jump in that corner and shoot you. So you can take the wall like that. You can come out here, take a shot with an optimal edit once again. And yeah, that's one way to attack this box. So another way is that you can attack this wall. Once again, you can take that, come back here, and you can come back and hit this one. Then you can fake this way and come back this way and do stuff like that. Once again, the main purpose of optimal edits is making it so you're more focused on fighting instead of your actual editing and building speed and all of the stuff like that. So it's more about using your brain in fights than it is about using your mechanics. So for more things like this, there are things where let's say you're an above a player, and there's a lot of ways that you guys can actually edit down without being visible to players or getting shot. My favorite way is doing something like this, where you have a wall on the side, you edit this, and then you have a right-hand peek like this, and you jump up and shoot. And once again, your floor can be completely edited like this, and you can still get this peek. And from their perspective as a player that's down below, and most of the situations, the player will be running this way, or they'll be coming directly at you. And even if they're coming directly at you like this, you will still have a better peek because once again, this will be blocking their vision right here, and it'll be really hard to hit that because even if you're aiming there, you'll still hit the wall. And the same way going this way. If you're going this way, they won't even know that they are full box until they run into the wall, and then they turn around and they can't even see you, but you can see their whole body basically, except for their head. So that's another way of using optimal edits instead of just doing the common thing, which is just double edit down and shoot, which you would get shot. I have people do this to me all the time and full box me, but then they don't do anything with this. They just try and take a shot and then they re-edit it. And that allows me for me to get more damage on them than they can get on me. And then there's also things like this where this is what you guys should be doing. This is how pros usually do it, is when they full box someone, either they get their shot off before the player can react. So they get the shot off right here. Then they reset these and they go from a completely different angle. Once again, they drop down from any side, get a right hand peek and shoot on them. And then usually, since they're in the box, they'll either try and break out from the sides or go down if you don't have a cone in their box. So you can just edit down like this and full box them like that once again. And remember, it's all about using optimal edits. Once again, it's not about just free building and then getting on their wall and just doing this stuff. No, you're focused more on your editing and building and speed than you are on actually winning the fight. Remember, it's all about taking these situations and forcing the other player into mistakes using optimal edits and builds, which you can usually win 90% of your fights with very minimal mechanical use. Once again, your aim is very important here, but that's about the only thing. Another thing I see a lot of you guys do wrong is if you're attacking from a wall right here and you're this player right here and you're attacking into the wall, a lot of you guys will just double swing, or a lot of you guys drop down from height and then double swing, or you swing once and you jump up and place this and then you edit this like this, which isn't bad, but you're still visible, and then you come down and you break it and you try and fight right here. The thing about doing that is even if you take this wall, they can full box you. You have nothing around you. I mean, if you get your walls and cone before, it'll be harder for them to full box you. But once again, even in this situation, if they're your builds, it's still going to be harder to get out of than it would be if you attack from a different angle. So what I recommend since we're focusing on this today, is instead of double swinging on this wall, you drop down, you hit it once, you build up, you come to a different side, hit it again, and then you edit down like this, and then you fight. Yes, realistically, they could do the same exact thing to you, and even if you want to create further difference between the attacks, you can go all the way across like this. But the thing here is you're creating space around the player, so it's a lot harder for them to control everything that's going around them. Because once again, they're in a 1-by-1, and you're in 3 separate areas around them at one time, basically, because you can just jump and attack, 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 and grab the wall. So once again, it's all about that. And once again, once you do grab the wall, right hand peek and shoot, or you can do a edit like this. You can even do this, but in this situation, the reason you don't see a lot of players do this edit is because this edit leaves you wide open in this situation. With your stare right here, you're wide open and the player can just shoot you, right? They have a better chance of hiding their body behind the cone. So for this situation, you would not want to use that edit at all. In this situation, you wouldn't want to use it at all, once again, because you're in the cone. You can use it to keep people off guard. I just don't recommend using it that often in scenarios where you're like either the same level or above them, because yeah, you'll get shot. But for scenarios like this, where you have nothing above you, they can't see you. Technically, they can see my ears, but yeah, even if you're crouched, they won't even know where you are. You can jump up, and once again, then after you jump up, you would reset. It's still not better than a right-hand peek. Nothing will beat a right-hand peek, and nothing will beat a right-hand window peek, but it's still a good thing to mix up, because the more you mix up your different edits and your optimal edits, you can catch people off guard, because people read patterns. And so if they are reading that you're only doing a window edit or a right-hand peek or even a left-hand peek every once in a while, which in certain situations is good, then they're not going to expect the wide open edit. So they're going to be ready for the right hand peek. So they'll try and pre-aim right there, but you'll have edited it like this and you'll be right there, and you can just get a shot off and then re-edit it. So once again, we're focusing on taking all the mechanical stuff out of Fortnite. Even though it is very important in some situations, 90% of the fights you guys can win and will win is just thinking about the ways to attack without wasting your mats, your mechanics, speed editing, everything like that. Now, once again, there's a lot of different ways to implement these edits. And once again, we didn't talk about floor and stairs because there's not really that many edits that you can utilize. But like for an example, there's like the Martaz peak, which is one of the best peaks in the game. It catches a lot of people off guard. I would consider it a more tricky skill to use, and it's not really an optimal thing. But if you want to apply less mechanics and less editing, you can use the Martaz peak in a lot of different situations, especially if people are above you. Another thing a lot of you guys need to stop doing is when you edit your wall for the first time in any fight, a lot of you guys will literally just edit the wall once and then shoot. You don't try and mix it up at all. And once again, that happens a lot after you guys take the wall too. You guys will just do one edit and then nothing else. What you guys need to start implementing more is doing multiple edits or just confusing them. Now that kind of goes against optimal editing, but the thing here is confusing the opponent because you've been using optimal editing. So like say for example, you steal the wall and your first edit is a window edit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna edit that window edit, reset, edit a right hand peek, still in cover so they can't hit you, reset, and then possibly do another window edit again. Or once again, you could do the exact opposite. You could do a right hand peek and then you could do a right hand peek again. It's just mixing it up, but using the same edits over and over again so that you can use them to your ability. Another thing you guys need to be doing is, for example, this will happen in some games. Let's just say you have a box right here around the opponent, and they're still in this box right here. And let's say you have this around the opponent too. They're usually gonna go out either down, up, or to the side. Now, if you're right here and they go out to the side, let's say you grab this wall and they go out to the side, you can take your wall, place it right here, edit it, and basically full box them. Now, once again, you're not gonna be staying right here. You're gonna grab the walls like that, and you can do it the other way too. You can do all like this and then go to the right hand peek so you're not exposed right here. So yeah, remember, just use these edits, full box the player, open it up again, and shoot. And then another way is to drop down and full box them. And as soon as you edit that first window, you reset and you take the right hand peek. And then once again, most of the time, most players won't drop down 1 layer. Pros like to drop down 2 layers. So you'll drop down the 2nd layer and you'll do the same exact thing. Remember, it's focusing on doing less of this stuff to get into a fight, and it's focusing more on this stuff in a fight. Once again, it's taking more box fighting procedures instead of free building and like 1v1 procedures. And once again, you guys can do this. I'm telling you guys not to not do this. This helps with your skills altogether by just editing, free building, and going all over. I'm just saying you guys need to focus more on optimal edits. The more you focus on optimal edits, the less you'll focus on speed and like doing all this crazy stuff in actual games. And the more you can focus on actual fighting in games, the more you will win. Because a lot of you guys, when I'm 1v1ing a lot of people are more focused on their building and editing than they are on the actual fight, and they will build and edit straight into me, and I will just stand still and I can just pump them. You guys need to focus more on staying alive and winning the fights instead of editing and building. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think about optimal edits. Also, if you guys want, make sure to go play my mechanics map. That's what I'm actually practicing in right now. It is the best mechanics map in the game right now, and we're coming out with some big updates soon. And once again, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to use code FLOWN in the Fortnite item shop and join my Discord. I'm going to be 1v1ing people from my Discord every single day until I hit Div 1 in Fortnite competitive. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.